Hello people. So this is going to be kind of my documentary on rebuilding and Defiant. It's one of the pieces that's a holy grail for a lot of people. For me, it's kind of just another vehicle, but it is really cool. I've had parts of it before. I probably should have kept them. It's one of those things that I want now. You know, it's just like the next thing in line for me as far as my collection. I got a lot of stuff. I don't have a lot. I have some of the bigger stuff, but not this big. So my journey here is to get a Defiant as cheap as possible. If not, at the end involved, it can't just be free. And that's how I've done a lot of these things with my collection. I know a lot of people do it in other ways, like video game collectors. They'll buy stuff at thrift stores or wherever else they can find things, yard sales, thrift stores, resell things, keep things they want to keep, and then use that money to buy other things that they want for their collection. So I resell things in general to make a little bit of money, but I also like to collect this stuff. So this will be my journey, and my goal really is, I don't know if it's possible because Defiant pieces and parts cost so much. And I don't think I'm going to find one in the wild or find pieces in the wild, so that being at yard sales and thrift stores, the probability is next to nil or zero. So I'm going to try to find them otherwise. So the first part of this, and this is how this is all going to start and how it's already started, is I need something to start with. So like the base, right? It would be great if I could find the whole thing complete super cheap, but I can't. I did, however, find it one listed locally on Facebook. And looking at the pictures, it looks like it's missing a lot of stuff. It doesn't look great. Even the description, and I'll show that somewhere here, says that it's been sitting in the attic for 20 to 30 years, which is a long time to be in the attic or anywhere really that's not protected from the elements and heat and cold and all that stuff. So I was a little reluctant, but then I see the price dropped a couple of times. I think they were asking like $750 to start out with, which doesn't seem like a lot for a Defiant, but this one needed quite a bit of work. And then it finally dropped down to $400, and I thought, well, you know, let's message this guy and see what the lowest he would take is. So I just messaged with that. What, you know, are you negotiable, and what would be your bottom dollar? And he came back and said $250. And I thought about it, and I looked at the pictures again, and I said, well, look, it's got all the big elements to it. The gantry's there, the shuttle, everything is there. And the most important thing, at least in my mind, as far as the cost of all these things, and the things that break the most often as far as the big parts, is the big blue gantry doors. They look to be there intact and unbroken. So if you look at prices of those, right? I mean, I saw a couple, at least at the time that this video was made. I think there was maybe one set or one pair listed on eBay for $600. And I think I found one pair that sold for like $500. So a $250 investment on the whole thing with good gantry doors that I could flip and double up just like that, you know, I'm going to go ahead and do it. So I pulled the trigger, went and got it, and you'll see that here in a minute. You'll see kind of the whole story. So I'm going to buy this thing. I'm going to try to piece it together, part it together, clean it up, whatever it takes to make this thing look as good as I would like it to look for my own collection. And then, of course, inevitably, I'll probably end up selling it one day. But it's just the kind of the joy and fun of all this. So without further ado, here we go. All right, so here it is. This is the project. This is what I got. And I don't know every piece that this thing should have, right? I never actually owned one of these. I don't think I've even seen one in person. I have owned the Shuttle. In parts of this, I have bought a lot before, and I've had parts, and I wish I would have kept those parts because now I think I got to use a lot of them. There's some things on here I know are broken. Some things I'm not so sure about. I'm not sure exactly what's missing. Clearly I'm missing a wing on the Shuttle, right? And there's one there that has been burned. Lots of yellowing, as you might imagine, from being around in the attic for 30 years. Of course, the yellowing, which I'll show in a moment, is to the exposed parts. Also, the Shuttle, interestingly enough, is at least consistently yellow, but not too bad. Clearly there's a break there, but I don't think that's the structure. I think that's the actual extra part that goes on top, so that's good. There's no wheels. I do have some of the wheels, but they're all broken, at least as far as how they attach to the structure. I'm pretty sure I'm missing a couple of things that go there. But you know, again, the biggest reason I said go ahead and pull the trigger on this is because the gantry doors are intact. I don't see anything broken on those. At least I haven't seen anything broken on those. Let's take a look at that real quick. And mostly complete, if not all complete, except for whatever is supposed to be right here. You know, the elevator's there. All the little doors are there. So those look good. They open and close well. All the hinges look good, unbroken. The shuttle, which we'll talk about that specifically in detail at some point. I think one of these hinges is broken here. There's some yellowing, it might be hard to pick up. More yellowing underneath it. But overall, the shuttle doesn't look too bad. Of course, we're missing that. We are missing all the boosters from the back. I don't know if you can see that with the light, but all the boosters that would be on the back. But let's see, I've never done this, so I think there's a release here which works. Yep, so there releases the shuttle. It comes up. We do have the little door there, that's nice. The landing gear is there in the back, I know that, and those work, they're functional. The little levers there that pull the landing gear down. Let's see, I didn't check the front, so I guess that's there. Yep, the landing gear is there in the front. Not gonna open these guys, but one is almost open. So there's, one of those has the gun, and I don't think the other side does. And that one just came off. But luckily that just goes right back on like that. So that's kind of the shuttle. All right, quick look at the inside. So it looks like there are two hinges that are broken. The one on the back that I mentioned, and it's actually from the bay. The little piece there is broken off. And the same thing on the other side, but it's the interior one there where that's broken off. Not sure about the inside. I think this guy might be complete. Maybe not. There's a lot of, which I believe would be residue because he said he tried to clean this, so that's what all that white stuff is in there. Other than that, I think everything is there. Again, that hatch is there and complete, so that's nice. So the shuttle might be the most complete, but we'll see. So on to this guy, and clearly this is yellow. You can see that from how the shuttle is covering that part there. Let's see. You can also see how different it is there. There's a little part that was inside. Luckily it's here, but you can see how different in coloration that is. All the glass is there. Let's see if I can figure out how to open this guy. I think it opens this way. This is here, that's nice. I think that's a lot of times missing because that just came right off. That's easy to come off. So let's look at the inside. I think I remember, and maybe I didn't take as much time as I should have looking at this, but I was just so excited that the gantry door was made, I pulled the trigger. So there's the inside of that. Could be missing stuff, I don't know. I feel like there's probably stuff missing. That's nice. I think that looks pretty good. At least it's clean in there. Over here, let's see. There's a chair there. I know it's hard to see that. Computer monitors over there. And then I believe again there should be boosters on this guy. Nothing on the back. Let's see. These guys come off. They're there. I think we're missing one cover door over here. The other side does have that. Alright, so here's the interior of the complex. Kind of talk about that real quick. I know I'm missing quite a bit there. Again, not sure exactly what. Gonna have to replace that. Fairly clean, just of course needs to be cleaned. This glass shield, I think that looks okay. Honestly, I don't know where that goes. I've had that before too. I just don't know where it goes. That looks good, I think. Again, just look at that real quick. That all looks pretty good. I'm not gonna mess around with those. I think they work. And then if you look at the side, see what we're missing there. And then we're missing all the wheels. We're missing anything that should be back here. And we're missing anything that should be over here. I hope though and think that maybe the structure is not broke. So this is just gonna be obtaining a lot of parts. That's my hope. Let's see if I can flip this thing over to see what it's like underneath. All right, so here's the parts. Not much to speak of, but hey, I'll take it. That piece right there, I believe would go up here on the corner that was broken. I might glue that just for fun, just for now until I actually get that part. And then I think, you know, again, we just talked about the wheels and the structures being broken. You can tell here, the ones here, they're all broken. You know, maybe I could temporarily glue those if I wanted to. I think they need to be, I think gluing is probably a bad idea. I don't think it's gonna support them. Maybe as long as I don't move it. And then I'm at least missing one, right? And then wheels, and those are broken. These two of those are broken. But this is good. I mean, this is usable stuff. We can use all those, use all the wheels. And a couple of guns, which I think a tab is broken there. That one looks like there's no tab broken, so hey, we got maybe one good gun. So those are as far as what we have as parts, not a lot. Alright, so the next part of this is get this guy cleaned up and see what it looks like. Alright, so to clean this, I'm not going to do anything special. I think, and I've done this on a lot of other things, it doesn't really hurt the plastic. At least I never had it hurt any plastic in other vehicles I've used. Use some all-purpose cleaner, wipe it down, right, get all this dust off from 30 years of being stored in an attic uncovered. And then I like to take, and I know it's hard to find these, I guess not so hard now, but take some disinfecting wipes, right? Basically, it's alcohol, so it dries up pretty quick. And just wipe it down after that. So that's what I'm gonna do. Gonna go over it once over, just to get it presentable. I also think I've already made a decision on the stickers. So nice that they're there, but guys, these things are just, I don't think I can salvage those. Maybe I'll leave them there for now. I mean, there's probably not one sticker on here that's in good condition other than maybe inside of some of the vehicles. There's not a whole lot of stickers on here, but I'm probably gonna end up just taking them off. We'll see. I make a decision. See, even that guy there, missing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just take them off. It'll probably look better just clean without stickers. And then, you know, I don't know if I need stickers for this. I don't know if I care that much. It'd probably be nice to have them, but that could be something we could look into as well. So let me get to cleaning and I will share what the results are. All right, so this is satisfying. Oh, it's gonna take some time. Very satisfying. So I'm nowhere near close to even getting this thing slightly clean. But I'm so excited I had to share this. I wanted to lift it up a little bit just so I could, I'm thinking maybe just take this off. So I have to replace me instead of cleaning it. But this works. It tilted up. I had to assist it a little bit. Well, I told myself I had to assist it just because I didn't want it to break. But of course I didn't tilt it all the way up, but it works. The lever works. So that's great news. All right, so a couple days later, it took a lot more time and effort than I thought it was going to take to clean this thing. Although, I'm still going to need to clean it some more. I just kind of went over it once, twice, but you can see like there's still dirt in the little crevices. I mean, this thing was filthy. I'm gonna still take the stickers off, just kind of clean around that. This is a couple days later. So one thing I found is this thing is missing a ton of pieces, especially on the gantry. The crawler and the gantry, well, I shouldn't say gantry, the doors are there, but the crawler itself, it's missing essentially all the walkways, the guns, the chairs, right? There should be a couple chairs there with guns. Missing a lot of stuff, all around. I think maybe almost the shell other than this. And then, yep, I did take that off. I decided just go ahead and take it off rather than cleaning it because I need to get a new replacement part. I don't think gluing that's the best idea. Parts are going to be hard to find for this. So really hard to find. This is going to take some time. However, I saw them pop up on eBay. So I went ahead and ordered them. And they got here super quick. I went ahead and ordered 2 replacement wings fins for the shuttle. So I got those. So I'm going to talk about how much everything cost, how much it's going to take to complete this thing, and how long it's going to take to complete this thing. So I already talked about being into this, the shell or everything that I got initially for $250. Paid $40, essentially all in for the wings. So that's with shipping, that's with everything, a little bit over $40. So I'm already in this $290. I mean, I've already spent $40 just on 2 little small pieces for the shuttle. Hoping to get a lot more cheaper. So this is my goal here. This is usually how I do things when I buy stuff for my GI Joe collection. Is I like to buy parts lots when I see things that I need, and then resell the other stuff. And usually that works out pretty well. Usually I'll resell the other stuff for more than I paid on the parts. So I actually make a little bit of money, and that's the easiest way for me to do this, I think. It's just that Defiant parts are so hard to find right now. I mean, they're hard to find anyway, but with people collecting, it's even harder to find things. So that looks nice though. I'll just like looking at it, even as dirty as it is. I will also I've already ordered some of the stuff. Been looking into it, how to whiten plastic. So I've already ordered some stuff to basically hair whitener or something used to help with the dyeing hair. It's got a high concentration or fairly high concentration of peroxide. And I'm going to just try to whiten these things. I'm going to start with that shuttle there because it is so discolored. Like, I don't know how much damage I could do. I mean, if it comes down to it and I can't get this looking the way I want, maybe I'll just buy one of these. Maybe I can find a part slot. The other thing I did do, and I think I'm just going to live with it for now, and here's all the parts, is I pulled out all of those parts from underneath and glued them on. I don't know how long that's going to last or how well that's going to work, but I know it won't support it with that glued in there. So maybe if I display it up off the table or wherever it's sitting, and then have those there, and at least they're there. But of course, I mean, these things can barely support the weight even when they're not broken. I mean, if you look at this one, the wheels are kind of buckled out. That's just, there's so much weight for all these little wheels and these little supports. They just can't really hold that weight for a long, long time. So we'll look into that. But there it is. As clean as I've gotten it now. I mean, it's going to need some more. And I did clean everything. I took everything apart. I lifted it up and cleaned underneath. Underneath it does have a couple of compartments, like some computer pieces, I guess, or computer rooms. You can't see it unless it's lifted up, but everything in there is there, right? So all the parts under there, so that's great. And as looking more underneath it, so the components, the mechanism to lift this up is there. And I don't know if you saw it before, but the thing is that the spring that attaches to, I believe this part is, or the plastic piece that the spring attaches around to is broken. And I guess that's probably broken on most all of these, right? I don't think I'm even mess with that. I think as long as I can get the thing to go up and down, or maybe that'll be something on the to-do list. But my first priority is to get this thing complete. And maybe at some point I'll look at repairing the underneath, but I can get it to go up and down, so I'm happy enough for that. And probably it'll be displayed like this most of the time. And at least the underneath is fairly complete. It's just those little plastic tabs are broken that the spring's attached to. So as I find parts, I'll be updating this thing along the way. I'll do a video whitening each one of these. We're going to start with this guy. We'll get to that guy. And I might even, depending upon how this goes, I see people whiten other plastic pieces. Like, I think this is slightly discolored. I don't think that's dirt. Maybe a little bit dirt there, but even the plastic itself, I think is still discolored. Like, if you look at some of this, this was covered by that piece. It's lighter than that. So I think maybe it might benefit it to try to brighten that as well, just to make that a little bit brighter. Look at this one more time. I just think that shuttle looks so much better. As bad as it looks so much better. Somewhat complete.